Hey guys, we are back with another video. Enough said. Today we had a video from someone who's becoming our favorite YouTuber, Dear Future Wife Podcast. Love their content over there.
Love their
This
stuff.
video is the video that a lot of men have been waiting to hear because it actually speaks to something that we all know and a lot of women won't admit. So here we go.
Here we go.
You ain't a good woman.
You ain't a good woman. And then you get a good one, then you act up.
Yeah.
Like I know when I had the good one, then I was like, I don't like that. That's healthy. I
like
do with that. But you being like a little,
little toxic to me.
a little toxic.
You gotta go through his phone a little bit. That turns you on.
See, I don't never do that.
You ain't never been through dude's phone?
No.
So when you said when a guy has a little bit of, what is that little bit of?
It's a little bit of unavailability. If I'm like trying to figure out, are we together or not?
You like that space. You used to like that space.
I used to like that space. That's because I was unhealthy in myself. I know that. But it was like, oh man, I gotta kind of run after you a little bit. Where you at? You know? And you sitting in your bed crying. Yeah. But the healthy ones that like
knew what they wanted, it was intentional.
Man, I was like, nah.
Finally, somebody said it. I have been saying this for years. Men have been saying this for years.
Yeah.
We know it. Cause you know what? The good dudes, we know it. We know because we've been on the other receiving end of that. Hey, I like you. I want to be with you. You too nice. Fast forward 10 years. 10 years, 2 kids later. Where you at? No, I'm good. I'm married. Ain't no good men. No, sweetheart. You pushed away good men.
You let the good ones go.
You let the good ones go for the bad ones, and now you're bitter and angry because you chose excitement and toxicity over stability. You chose being treated like a tool as opposed to be treated like a queen, and now you expect the good guy to come along and treat you like the queen that you are not, because you didn't treat yourself like a queen. What do you think, wife?
So this reminds me of the beginning of our relationship, and you'll remember this as I tell this story. In the very beginning of our relationship, I think it was within 2 weeks of us dating, like 2 weeks of us kind of meeting and kind of, dating. You had given me this card. You remember giving me this card?
I do.
And the card, you were basically saying how you felt. Like, I love you. I really, I don't think you said I love you, but you basically said, I was
declaring myself.
Yeah, you were. I really care about you. I want to move forward. I can see myself with you. And I remember reading this card and cringing, going, oh gosh, he's so intense and so early on. That's what I was thinking. Hurt me was thinking that. So then I actually showed this card. I'm not going to say the person's name, but it was a friend of ours at the time. Showed it to her, and she was like, ooh, he coming on too strong, girl. That's too much. That's too much. He doing too much. That's just too much.
And where are they at today? Divorced. Go ahead.
So then I had a choice to make. I literally had a choice to make. And I remember praying and going, God, what do I do? What do I do with this? And I really felt like he said, trust me. Pursue the relationship, like trust me. And I did, and I'm so glad I did, because 22 years later we're together. But all you were doing as a man was stating what was. Like, this is what I want. I'm not here to play games with you. I'm not gonna sleep with you and have a rotation. Like, I am declaring this is what I want. I want an actual relationship with you. And if you're committed and you're serious, let's move forward.
You know what's crazy is I was doing what y'all say y'all want me to do.
And then when it's done to you, you're like, ugh.
Even you.
He's too nice.
Yeah,
he's coming on too strong.
That's creepy.
He's like, that's kind of stalkerish. Like, I've heard women say that, but like, you're right. That's what we want. We watch the rom-coms. We want you guys to just profess and proclaim your love for us. I love you. We want
even
that.
in the rom-coms, the guy that they generally like he's a little rough around the edges. He's a little, like you said, unavailable, and a
little mysterious.
What y'all have done, ladies, is you showed your hand. There are whole channels, courses, and guys that teach other guys how to run game on you because of y'all way of thinking. So when that dude don't text you back immediately, he doesn't call you back immediately, he ghosts you, he's running your game on you, the game behind the game. Because the outward facing thing is that I want a guy to do this, I want to be nice, but the game within the game is that I don't want to be to this or to that. And guys have picked up on it because we're analytical. So we know how to play a game with you.
And the other side of this is that more and more men are becoming healthy. More and more men are gaining self-confidence. More and more men are starting to see, like, this is some bull and I don't have to deal with it. I will gladly move on, and it was nice meeting you. And that's the reality. And so we're having more women that are coming to us like, there aren't any good men. No. Like my sister here said here, you aren't a good woman, and I need you to really just own that. You have to know who you are and where you are. And you may be at a place where you are not a good woman for anyone in a relationship. I'm not saying you're a horrible person, but in a relationship, you are not in a good place. So you need to heal, because if you don't, you are going to call and you're going to chase. You will do the chasing after the Pookies and the Ray Rays. You're going to have kids with them. You're going to be lonely, and it's going to destroy your soul. And you're going to wonder when you're 50 some odd years old, dang, I never got married. I don't have, or I have kids, but I never got married. I wonder why. Dang. Heal.
Yes.
Now, today, do it. You have to.
Exactly.
That's the only way you get it.
Yeah, because you're going to walk right past him. He's going to walk right past you. You're not even going to see him. He's not even going to be on your radar. Because that's the way it works. It's so funny. I was telling her the other day how the human brain works. So we recently bought our oldest son a car, and which is something that it was a really big moment for us because we didn't have that growing up. We bought him a car, and now I see that car everywhere. Yeah, I never even heard of this car before the day we bought it, and then now that we bought it, and we have a neural connection, a neural pathway. I associate that car with my son. I see it everywhere. I see a little car everywhere. That's kind of how it goes. When you're in the right headspace and you create those healthy pathways in your ways of thinking and your ways of moving, then you can see the good guy. You can see past the guy he walks up to you, he's a little nervous, and he introduced himself to you, and you could, he weak. But now, when you have the right thought process, you can say, he's just probably a really, really nice guy, a little nervous. I can work with that. Give him a chance. But before that, you can't even see that guy. He's off your radar.
Like, even with the same son, we're having these conversations with him and our other son as well, hipping them to the game that these young ladies are playing. Ladies, stop playing these little games. Heal. Because if you really want the quality relationship you claim, you pray, you cry about, you have got to heal. Stop hurting, start healing. And fellas, they're getting sick of it. They're just getting sick and tired of it. They just are.
The world's full of good men. It really is. I say it all the time, and women scoff all the time. The world's full of good men. The world is not full of Disney princes. They're not. These men are hardworking. They may make $45,000 a year. They may not be the guy that walks in the room and turns everybody's head, but they're good men. And I think that we would all be better served if we just understood with self-awareness. Yeah. We have to be self-aware, and we live in a world where nobody's self-aware, because you can go online and go on any app and slap a filter on your face, slap a bunch of makeup on yourself, or put up all this stuff. I make this amount of money. I do this. I'm an entrepreneur. When you ain't doing nothing but got a hot dog stand, and you're an entrepreneur. We need to be honest about where you're at. Yeah. Self-awareness is where it's at. Yeah. That should be the theme for everybody in the coming year. Is self-awareness is where you need to be at. Because if you are, then you will put yourself in a place, in a position to actually find somebody who's on your level, who where you need to be, and can actually get down the road together and have a great life.
I agree.
Yep. So I think it's a good place to end the video. I love Dear Future Wifey podcast. Great content over there. Go subscribe. Podcast. But for now, that's enough said.